Good morning. Welcome back to your daily transmission. I'm so happy to be here with you live. Today, we're going to be continuing with our journey through the Keycode 777 initiation on page 319 of the Sophia Code. Feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. It's always so great to see everyone coming on live and saying hello. If you'd like to share your thoughts with the Sophia Dragons, any reflections that have come up since yesterday's live, it's always so great. Good morning. To hear where you're from, to share about how you're applying these teachings in your daily walk, in your spiritual practice. Jennifer's writing in, she's saying that she just signed up for our Sovereign Awakening New Year's celebration, which is happening this Sunday, January 9th. So exciting. Thank you for signing up, Jennifer. We're going to love being in ceremony with you. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Lorraine from Ontario, Canada. And yes, so today we're going to continue with where we left off from yesterday. So this is kind of like a part two, because this is one of my favorite moments in the initiation, and it speaks to the depth of your multidimensional soul and how many lifetimes you're actually living at the same time as the human embodiment that you are living right now. And why is that important? Well, it's important because, as Hathor teaches us in the Sophia Code, in this lifetime, we're walking through the process of a 0-point calibration, which is to say that you have lived many, many lifetimes, and they're all happening simultaneously. And that's a lot of energy being directed from your oversoul in multiple directions at the same time. And as we all know, if we want to feel filled up and full of power and regenerative energy, we kind of need all of our energy. We need all of our focus in one place so that we can radiate and our greatest light, and also have access to the wisdom, the skills, the gifts that we have learned and cultivated in all of our lifetimes. And because you are a sovereign divine being, you can decide where you place your energy, where you place your power, where you place your soul's light in any given moment. In any given moment, you can decide, I want all of it back, and I want to embody it, all of my soul's light within one body. Now, miraculous things happen when we make decisions like that. And what we guide people through in the Sophia Code Mystery School is you can consciously, over the course of your life, start to gather the electrons, the energy, all of the talents that you are utilizing in other lifetimes, and you can retrieve them and bring them back to you in this lifetime. Why would that be so important? Well, we're facing some incredible odds right now on the planet. There is a massive global spiritual war that's unfolding. And for light workers around the world, we are the front lines of faith. We are the front lines of sovereignty and hope and compassion and perspective. We bring a perspective that's very unique into this world. We are standing as bridge keepers to a new sovereign paradigm that many people have no idea even exists. So when you are here to embody an angelic mission of that level, that gravity, that depth, it's important to call in all of your resources of support. It's essential to mentor with ascended masters and angelic orders, because you don't win wars by fighting directly against the enemy. You recognize through Christ consciousness that there is no enemy, that there is this grand theater of consciousness that's happening at one level of reality, and that if you were to air drop down from a higher level of consciousness, which we call Sophia Christ consciousness in the Sophia Code, that you can see the game and play chess, not checkers, with your consciousness, and you can make a meaningful contribution, downloading solutions directly from the source that surpass the laws of duality on Earth. That's a mouthful this morning. But the whole point being is that in this part of the Sophia Dragons initiation, what they're doing is they're helping you gather all the energy, all of the intelligence, all of the life experience, all of the gifts and talents that you are embodying in other lifetimes, and it's calling all of that energy and consciousness back to you in this body, in this lifetime, so that you can live your most sovereign, impactful potential in this lifetime. And you know, you have a right to that. When children are born as prodigies, say there's a child that's born that can play the piano exceptionally well at like 4 or 5 years old. Yes, of course, they're neurologically, they're clearly hardwired to be gifted, but they're bringing that talent in from what people often say a previous lifetime. But in the Sophia Code, we talk about it as parallel lifetimes, because we know that in quantum reality, everything is happening simultaneously. So have you ever felt into some of your gifts and talents from this lifetime and wondered, I wonder why this feels so natural to me. I wonder why I feel like I could do this in my sleep. And when you look at some of those gifts and talents, they are most likely, almost certainly connected to how you've expressed those gifts in other lifetimes. And isn't it interesting that the things that we are often extremely good at, we tend to minimize, we tend to think that everyone's really good at those things. And the truth is that we all came here to express different gifts and talents to complement one another. And it's okay to actually acknowledge that you have a gift or talents that, or a certain kind of intelligence that you're extremely well-versed in expressing in this world, and that is part of your gift to this world, to us, and to life, and to celebrate yourself through self-love. Excuse me. That's really important. It's really important to accept and acknowledge the gifts that you're bringing into this lifetime. So without further ado, I wanted to kind of bring in a little bit of that, some of those background teachings, so that we could have a little bit of context for the Sophia Dragons initiation for our reading this morning. And we're going to turn to page 319. Ooh, no. Yes, 319. This is where we left off from yesterday. So at the very top of the page, I'm going to just start reading. It says, with my permission declared, each of the Sophia Dragons immediately begins to examine all of my oversoul's infinite light bodies. I watch as they track my existence in every dimensional reality through these light bodies, which create the incarnations of all my parallel lifetimes, including this human form. I exist everywhere, and no part of me escapes their all-seeing eyes. In their reflection, my unacknowledged wounds from across the ages are miraculously woven into wholeness by the power of their witnessing eyes. Humming ancient incantations, their nimble talons mend these shadowed places with the dragon magic of wisdom, compassion, and unconditional love. A great weight lifts from my body, creating a vast empty space within me that is filled with peace. Within the quiet of this peace, I can access more information from the unified field that I share with the Sophia Dragons. I can feel their magnificent capacity for joy and how deeply they delight in our communion. I watch their heart waves expand as quantum light waves across the cosmos that announce their appreciation for our community, and they joyfully declare, Sophia, 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 Sophia is all there is. Their waves of rapturous praise pour forth to nourish all of creation, calling forth guardian angels from the 8 directions to bless our ceremonial space. Towering crystalline clouds roll across the endless sun, creating a dramatic skyline above me. Within the clouds, silver and night black Sophia dragons begin a thunderous dance for cleansing spring rain to fall fresh upon my face. The rhythm of their tails drumming against the piled clouds harmonizes with melodious incantations singing out from the Sophia dragon scales. Rain begins to fall in gentle large drops that mysteriously absorb into my skin upon contact. A rainbow unfurls from the misty heights above, descending as a waterfall of vivid light upon our unified field. The rainbow flows to the hearts of the Sophia dragons and then into my own, connecting every cell of my body to their angelic consciousness. Undistracted by the miracles enfolding us, the 2 pearlescent white dragons of truth and sovereignty remain focused in their healing work upon my body. My higher self guides me from within, moving my body in an ancient dragon dance that awakens my willingness to mightily receive. As my hands and feet remember these electrifying movements from another age, Kundalini energy buzzes through my body and joy lifts my heels high. Thousands of hummingbirds burst through the temple gate and fly in figure 8 patterns above the Sophia dragons, who are weaving their quantum web of healing light. The whirl of hummingbird wings crests with the waves of thunder above. Opening their mighty jaws, the Sophia dragons drop their tongues, pouring forth a golden nectar of grace to bless my crown chakra. Reverence moves as lightning within my veins. I speak in the tongues of these angels, spontaneously remembering how to sing their ancient incantations of worship. Divine love fills the temple courtyard in rapturous overtures of celestial sounds. I continue to dance as the radiant and fluid expression of my higher self's creative will. The precision and freedom of my every movement feels exquisite. In exaltation, my body arches back in full surrender to this initiation. I allow myself to fall all the way back, and the Holy Spirit of my higher self lifts me up in levitation. I am filled with the peace that passeth all understanding. Folding my legs into a full lotus asana, I now levitate at eye level with the Sophia dragons. This is an extremely visionary account of the first time that I was initiated by the Sophia dragons as content for this sacred text. And in this initiation, the Sophia, from this point forward, what happens next is the Sophia dragons offer all of these teachings on what it means to embody the spiritual technology of your higher self. And there's a lot of like rich symbolism with pretty much any word that's chosen here is specifically chosen to activate your unconsciously held knowledge about the spiritual technology within you. This Keycode initiation is so advanced. It's like we don't have to understand everything that's happening for it to be working. Allowing yourself to just be immersed in the visionary landscape of walking into this dragon heart temple and meeting the Seraphim of truth and sovereignty, and allowing your body to feel how multidimensional it is and how connected you are to all of your parallel incarnations simultaneously. I mean, maybe if you're new to all this stuff, you might wonder, well, what is the point? The point is to discover in the very presence of Seraphim angels how eternal, how magnificent, how vast and far-reaching you are, and that whatever you believe created you, this, whether you call it God, the source, divine mother, divine father, Holy Spirit, great spirit, that consciousness did not create you just as human. some, helpless human. In fact, your humanity can interface with this extraordinary spiritual light body technology, which there are many light bodies of spiritual technology that can be awakened. Better yet said, the spiritual technology of your higher self already exists within your human body, and it is your human awareness that must awaken to what is already within you. With that said, there are also spiritual light body technologies that can be downloaded from your oversoul through your higher self into your human body when you are ready to receive and activate those technologies within you. For the purpose of today's reading, I would love to do a simple moment of meditation with the Sophia Dragons in regards to calling in any soul level energies from other incarnations that you would like to receive today. So if you are ready to do that, let's take a deep breath together. Visualizing your circle of empowerment. Yes. Feeling those 8 keycodes of the Ascended Masters surrounding you in support, in the resonance of sovereignty, uplifting your heart and your awareness to witness the Holy Spirit, your higher self within you. I invite you to visualize a waterfall of light pouring down over your crown chakra, that waterfall of light flowing over your face, down past your ears, flowing down the back of your neck, filling the back of your heart, flowing down to your lower back, connecting into your solar plexus. Welcome you to feel this light of your own higher self flowing down the front of your body as well, all the way into your root, regenerating your root chakra, flowing down your legs, connecting you to Mother Earth. And let's expand that waterfall of light to become a column of light within your circle of empowerment, where you feel your human body and your localized human awareness filled with the radiance of your own divinity. And that light of your divinity grows brighter and stronger, clearer in your awareness, filling up that circle of empowerment 3 to 6 feet outside of your body. And notice that that column of light travels all the way back to the source of all of creation. I welcome that beautiful seraph of air to come forward. She's been our trusty guide this week, our beautiful spiritual guide. And she's circling around your circle of empowerment 3 times. And as she spirals higher and higher, you're going to feel your consciousness traveling with her directly back to the source. And she's gently bringing your awareness to a specific time in history, to a specific lifetime that you are currently healing in this lifetime. And she's offering you this sapphire and sky blue healing energy directly from the source of all love. And she's saying, take this beautiful healing light and create a pathway of consciousness between your heart here and now in 2022 and your heart in that specific lifetime. And if you're not feeling a recognition of which lifetime it is, let us now ask that your higher self directs the healing energy to the lifetime that your heart in that lifetime needs it the most. I can feel and see the lifetime that the Sophia Dragon is directing me to. And in that lifetime, I'm a woman as well. And I'm advocating for sovereignty in that lifetime as well. But it doesn't go so well in that lifetime for me. So there's a lot of healing that needs to happen. I was a very outspoken leader in that lifetime, and it didn't end so well for me. So in this lifetime, I've been sending her a lot of love and a lot of healing. And I've been welcoming her gifts and her strength to become integrated here with me in this incarnation in 2022. And through this pathway of healing, the Seraphim is offering you, this is the Sarah, yeah, she's saying greater clarity is going to unfold in your body, heart, and mind between now and our New Year's ceremony on Sunday, for how the insight, the knowledge, the wisdom, the talents that you embodied in this parallel lifetime are here to support you and your divine purpose in this lifetime. You may even start to feel tingling in your cells because that beautiful Seraphim healing energy is already starting to magnetize to your incarnation in this lifetime that which you need from yourself in another lifetime. If you want to merge with that lifetime through this healing energy, you can call in Hathor as well to help guide your higher self as to how to completely become one with that incarnation and absorb all the electrons from that incarnation into this body in this lifetime. We talk about that in our Stargate 1 curriculum in our mystery school. So welcoming whatever energies from your own soul across space and time that are in multiple incarnations that would like to be woven back into your conscious awareness in this lifetime. And I'm witnessing that beautiful Sophia dragon and her golden claws just weaving the different spiritual DNA threads that are connecting into your human body right now. And the joy and the dragon magic, that quantum healing light that's unifying your consciousness, awakening your human awareness to a greater understanding, a greater sense, a greater knowing of who you are across space and time, a greater self-realization of how vast you are. And that all of your incarnations in form, whether they've been painful or joyful or a mixture of both, have all defined who you are today in this incarnation. You've never been this version of yourself ever before. And if you're ever wondering if your life is of value, if this lifetime even makes a difference, look at how many lifetimes that you've lived with the Sophia Dragon. Ask the Sophia Dragons to show you how many lifetimes you've lived to become this beautiful person that you are in this lifetime. You've spent a lot of time and energy. You have a lot of life experience and wisdom from your journey across form to be who you are today. That's extremely special and actually quite miraculous. So, excuse me. Let's just open our hands in gratitude and appreciation for how much can happen in a few minutes of quantum healing, because quantum healing works on so many levels simultaneously. And we ask our beautiful guides, the Sophia Dragons, and of course, as directed by your higher self, we welcome this quantum healing to be sealed in the light and fire of your own higher self's Holy Spirit, now and forevermore. And that as you continue to integrate this quantum healing today, that you will feel the presence of the Sophia Dragons joyfully spiraling around you, creating sacred space for you to reflect upon and integrate the gifts and sovereign creative power of all your lifetimes now becoming a part of your soul power in this lifetime. I'm witnessing a final activation of your root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, and crown chakra. The Sophia Dragon is right above you, and she's literally breathing the breath of life right down the column, that central column, the Sushumna channel of your physical body. And this is that full soul retrieval of those particular gifts and consciousness from that lifetime now being sealed up and integrated within your body right now, all levels of your being here in this space-time continuum. And the Sophia Dragon is saying in her closing statement, It's very powerful to remember who you are. And it's extremely powerful to no longer reject who you really are. And in 2022, we will be guiding each and every one of you to discover that the more you focus on who you are, the fears about who you are simply recede into the background and eventually become burnt up by the radiant sun of your sovereign power shining brighter and brighter and brighter. It's only when you run away from who you really are that the drama and the trauma the drama and trauma of this world can impact you. They're saying you can you are only open to be attacked for who you are if you pay any attention to the opinions and judgments of others that have nothing to do with you. If you continue to focus on the radiance of who you really are, that just continues to expand so bright and so powerfully that nothing else can abide within you or around you but the truth of that starlight, the truth of that that magnificent soul power coursing through your body. And I'm feeling a lot of people clearing energy as this beautiful Sophia dragon is activating our minds to let go of our fears and anxieties that are keeping us small. There's a particular fear or anxiety about being really seen for who you are and your gifts and talents and your intelligence and your spirituality. Allow the presence of the Sophia dragon to bolster your courage, to amplify and help you expand your faith, and to stay focused today and every day in 2022 on this incredible, unlimited soul that you are within this human body, and that your human body is no longer a victim of this world. When you become conscious of your soul's light and the radiance of who you are, your body becomes like filled with the superpowers of your divinity. Your body becomes lit up with the radiance of your sovereignty. You are no longer a victim of this world. You are a sovereign co-creator with the source in this world. You become as Jesus and Mary Magdalene walked in this world, but not of the world. What does that statement mean? It means they were living the truth of their divinity every day, which literally unplugged them from the matrix, yet they were still walking within the matrix as these holy, sovereign, self-realized divine beings that could impact the matrix, because instead of the matrix impacting them, they began to impact the matrix with their sovereign Christ light. Do you see the difference? You can either retract and hide and become a victim of the matrix, or you can expand and amplify the Sophia Christ light within you. And then the light within you begins to change. The consciousness within you begins to change and rearrange the matrix. And what happens is the light consciousness within you starts to build an entirely new world all around you, first in your own life, but then the more you allow this sovereign creative power to flow through you and impact those around you, it begins to, the Sophia Dragons share, it's extremely magnetic, and it starts to magnetize to you a community of other light workers and individuals that want to co-create a new paradigm with you, and who are also activated and have the gifts, skills, and resources to co-create with you. This is why we created the Sophia Code Mystery School. It takes time and daily practice to learn how to embody this level of sovereign creative power and to accept that you truly are such a radiant light being in human form. The moment we step into this world, we are programmed to believe otherwise. So my prayer for you in 2022 is that you will really take this journey of awakening to the truth of your sovereign divinity very seriously this year. It's time. You deserve the liberation of becoming who you really are. You deserve the peace and the prosperity of embodying who you really are. And you deserve to receive a community of light workers that are committed to that same level of being this conscious in the world, to being this level of conscious creators in the world. So I welcome you to check out our mystery school online at kaiyara.com. We have a private membership forum that's big tech free. We made sure that we built something out that was completely sovereign from platforms that could censor us, please step into that space, say hello, introduce yourselves to one another. We're going to have a great dynamic dialogue after the ceremony within our private membership forum. So we'd love for you to get involved right away, right even before the New Year's celebration, so that you know where to go right after the ceremony to meet others and experience the community that's already here for you. So be sure to sign up for our New Year's celebration on January 9th. Thank you for joining me for today's reading from the Sophia Code. Don't forget, we have an amazing jewelry giveaway, and we're going to be giving away a curriculum as well. One of my favorite curriculums in the Mystery School, our Psychic Development Training Program, which is perfect because we're going to be doing Psychic Development 2 in Sedona in September next year. Check out our Sovereign Soul Events calendar at my website. And if you have any questions, my team angels are always here for you. You can jump on the phone, have a conversation with them. Love you all so much. Thanks for joining me and the Sophia Dragons this morning, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.